Hello, Cancer. Welcome in. Welcome to my channel, Wing Spiritual Clarity. My name's Wendy Wing. I'm doing a psychic tarot reading for you, tuning into Cancerian energy, seeing what divine messages of guidance come through. This is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. All right, what's in the outcome? All right. Turn the cards around. All right, Cancer. The overall energy of today's reading is the Seven of Cups. Choice. Spoiled for choice. A lot of options. In each of these cups is a different option. I'm getting choose wisely. You have a lot of options. So what is it? Do you know what it is that you want, that you're interested in? All right, so why is the Seven of Cups in the overall energy? What would help Cancer? Six of Pentacles in reverse. It feels like you're choosing something. You've got lots of options and you're deciding, and it feels like you're letting go of, you're pulling your energy, your resources, your care, your time, your money. Feels like you're pulling it from another environment. You're leaving an environment and choosing something else. Tell me more. What does Cancer need to know about this overall energy? What would be helpful? All right. Oh, something hidden. Okay. World reverse, Page of Swords reverse, Justice reverse, Five of Swords, Four of Wands reverse. Okay. You've been repeating cycles. What I'm seeing is you have options. Feels like what I'm seeing here is a need to pick wisely, choose wisely what you want going forward, and pull your energy from a situation, a person, a relationship that's not working, which makes sense. Knowing what you want and focusing and choosing wisely, and what's not working, pulling your energy from it, streamlining. You can't just keep giving to all these environments. Whether this is work, it doesn't feel like work. It feels personal. Even with that being said, I've found it's very helpful, yes, to identify what you want. Not what you don't want, because that's usually behind you, right? So if you're still stuck in what you don't want, how do you turn that around so you can identify what you do want? That's the first thing I'm getting. And you have to be a match for what you want so you can perceive it. So you start becoming the vibrational equivalent of what you want, so you're a match for it. If you want love, be in love. Be in loving energy. Love life. Love animals. Love what you do. Love, love, love. And love attracts more of what you want. Money, abundance. Being in that energy of, I have plenty. Overfill. Even if you don't have anything, how it feels to be in that vibration and practice it so you can be the frequency of what you want. That has been my experience. That you have to become the vibration of what you want. It looks like you're trying to change With World in reverse, it feels like you've been going around and around, repeating cycles. When I repeat cycles, I recognize that I'm choosing the same pattern. I keep making the same choices. I keep doing the same thing. No new thoughts, no new actions. And so I get the same results. It looks like you're stuck in a cycle of being bullied. Injustices. Someone's very deceptive around you. There's lies, injustices, and it feels like someone wants to win at any cost. A bully. And with the Four of Wands in reverse, it feels like the longer you're with this person and in this environment, the more unhappy you get, the more drained you get, the more exhausted you get. I get the feeling that there's some type of bait and switch here where you thought that whatever this is, whoever this is, you are going to be happy. But the longer you stay in this environment, the more exhausted you are, the more unhappy you are. It feels like the temperature changed so slowly, just like a boiling lobster in a pot. Slowly, more and more miserable. You're not receiving anything. It feels like you're giving everything and being bullied. Tell me more about this Page of Swords in reverse energy. What's this Page of Swords? It's interesting. The King of Swords came out kind of in a challenged position. This feels like someone who's trying to be a king, trying to be powerful, but they're just mentally, they don't see things differently. They can't learn a different way. They communicate from lies and injustices and bullying. This is someone just denying your reality. You're wrong. No, if it did happen, it didn't happen that way. If it did happen, you're overreacting. This is just denial. Your challenge is to cut this person out of your experience. It feels like you are kind of in an obsessive trying to get this person just denies your reality, and there's like this, if I just say it right, if I could just communicate it in a way that they can hear. Maybe if it weren't for me, if I were able to communicate it, and they just deny your truth. They deny your perspective. They deny your emotions. They don't care. They are comfortable with the injustices. They want to keep you in this loop. They like bullying you. You are their scapegoat. You are a convenient person to blame. Feels like you're very close to this person. This is a mean individual. Deceptive. They're very comfortable with injustices. They feel very entitled to you, your energy. There's a lot of belittling here. All right, tell me more about this Five of Swords energy. Okay, Three of Pentacles and 10 of Pentacles just came out. I get the feeling that you thought this person was your happily ever after. Loyal, that you could build together, build a legacy. But instead, you've got this Three of Pentacles. You're the only one showing up. They're not even showing up. You're the only one working on the relationship. keeping the structure, the integrity. Maybe you're the only one working. It feels like you are doing all the labor in the relationship, for sure. Wow. All right, Cancer. Let's move on to what's hidden. We have the Seven of Wands in reverse. A lack of protection, a lack of boundaries. This does feel like an enmeshed relationship. Like you've just been doing this for so long, repeating cycles. It feels like it just feels normal to be bullied, to be unhappy, to be exhausted, to be treated poorly. Just but I don't see any cups at all in this relationship. It feels like if there ever was love, it's not there anymore. Feels like maybe you've it feels enmeshed, like you don't know where they end and you begin, so it's hard to tell. Maybe, this person has, I think you have been operating in good faith, and you're assuming that this person's operating in good faith too, and so why would they say such cruel things unless they were true? And so it feels like you've been working on yourself. Boy, a lot of sevens. Seven of Cups, Seven of Wands, and now Seven of Swords. Cancerian energy, sevens. There's a need to be more tactical. Keeping your communications to yourself. Okay, stop trying to please this person. Stop trying to fix, and just start clocking who they are. See who you're in a relationship with. See how they move, how their actions, their words, without the lens that you've been trying to repair, trying to make it work, trying to convince this person. Once you let that go and you just look and listen, watch who they are, clocking who they really are instead of this, idealize a fantasy. Okay, there's a lot of emotions. I'm getting like a happily ever after now coming out twice. I get that you've spent a lot of time investing in this person, in this relationship, there's like, I don't want to give up, but you're operating off of potential that this person never manifested. I think you need to start seeing them for who they are. Start seeing people for who they really are. Not maybe it can change, maybe somewhere down the line. We have today. We have right now. We have present time. And stop imagining and delusional and projecting what you hope onto them, and start seeing them for who they really are. The reality. Letting go of that fantasy. You can't change fantasy, but the truth, reality, you can change. You can make things happen, and this relationship's not grounded into reality. It's this other person's definitely running the energy, but it's not grounded into this reality. So there's nothing, you can't really make changes in it because it's their reality. This relationship is working the way they want it to work. A need to move on to calmer grounds. Is also coming in with the Six of Swords. say less, move on. Okay, why is the Queen of Wands in reverse showing up? Okay. This feels like it's about third parties, and I don't want to feed anyone's delusions. You will know about the third parties. This isn't, I always thought, I always picture, I could feel. No, this is like validating if you really know in the 3D. This could be a third party at work or around their work, related to their work. Feels like this person is operating in a way that they were, how they were raised. Might be kind of a traditional toxic way of relationshiping, where they get someone codependent, dependent on them. No fighting. It feels like this person picks people who they can bully, and people who don't want to fight, people who might be kind at heart, like tender-hearted, so they can run them over. This person also can't reconnect the dots in a different way. They are, this is the way. They are really stuck. They can't refuse to, it doesn't matter if they can't or refuse to grow, learn, see things from a different point. This is someone stuck in like tradition. They really want, this is someone stuck in their ego. They want to be successful. They want to be looking really good, but they don't put any of the work and effort. So this is someone who wants to be a hero, but they don't know how to go about, or aren't willing to actually be a hero, to embody those. Instead, they create a fog of illusion and people who they can delude, who they can bully, manipulate. Feels like Cancer, you've been in that category with this person. So this person creates dependence or codependence. So you need them, maybe financially, or there's a belief that you need them. They need someone who doesn't fight, who will acquiesce to whatever they say, because this is the way their family did it, and this is the way to do it, and I don't want to learn a different way of doing things. And this person needs to be successful, and that's it. In their ego, they need to be a hero. So this type of energy, it looks like they create trauma bonds. They hurt you, they create harm, and then they come back in and they heal you, make it all better. So then that creates this trauma bond where, yes, you are hurt by them, but you're waiting for them to heal you. You're constantly being hurt by them and then waiting for that healing. And it's creates addiction, obsession. They need to be put up on a pedestal and just adored, worshipped. But they don't want to do anything to earn it. They just want worship, adoration. Jeez. Okay. Outcome and advice. 4 of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, Death card, 6 of Wands now showing up in reverse. Then these cards came out as a challenge. Ace of Swords in reverse and Knight of Pentacles. All right, let's spread these out. Take a look-see. it feels like this relationship has lost its flavor a while ago with Four of Cups. Feels like you're really, I think if you're honest, Cancer, you've lost the taste for this. It's lost its a long time ago. Too many lies. Just foundational lies. How can you, it's exhausting. The foundational lie that there's a bait and switch. So it feels like this person, the beginning of the relationship, told you exactly what you wanted to hear. Oh my gosh, we're gonna be so happy and this is amazing, and yes, they were matching your energy, telling you, yes, oh my gosh, I want the same thing you want, Cancer, oh my gosh. And at some point, it feels like when you've committed, maybe had a child, become more vulnerable when you do need some help, when you need support, when you've agreed to mesh your lives together. Then this person is who starts revealing who they really are and what this relationship really is. And it's foundational lies. I don't think this person knows what the truth is. They operate in lies. They can't even see themselves clearly. It's a bit delusional. And it feels like this relationship, you've just invested so much time into a relationship that never went anywhere. So yes, a lot of your energy is in this person's space and in the relationship. And so it's hard to let go because that's where your energy is. So what would be helpful is start unscattering your energy, consciously bringing your energy back from theirs, from everywhere, unscattering, bringing your energy back, pulling it back, not thinking about them, not giving them any energy, focusing on you. Oh, I'm thinking about them. Nope, focusing on me. Where do I want to go next? Who do I want to be? What moves do I need to make? And giving them back their energy. This enmeshed type of relationship, it's hard to tell where you end and they begin. And so what would be helpful, energy first, frequency first, is start energetic separations, cutting cords. It looks like with the Queen of Pentacles showing up that you can create, it feels like a sanctuary for yourself by training your focus. Look how the Queen of Pentacles is focusing on that pentacle in her lap. By focusing on the pentacle, on that seed, she's creating her environment. She's creating her wealth by focusing on what she wants and nurturing it into existence. Feels like decentering this person, healing from this relationship, getting them, not centering on them, focusing on you, what you want, and letting that take you where you need to go. So it feels like some of you are preparing for a death, an ending, a definite ending. And so before the ending, making sure that you've got your pentacles, your finances, your stability, security. Do you have access to all your financial accounts? Do you have access to all legal documents that are yours? Changing your passwords to all different accounts, not just social media, but bank accounts. And do you have access in the 3D? And start taking steps. What's one thing I can do today to start imagining my life on the other side of this? What's one thing I can do today to start taking action? If you don't have finances, that's a good place to start. Well, I need independence, so I need my own stream of income. Then that's a good place to start. Before the ending, start finding all your information and taking the step wherever you are, no matter how stuck, no matter how much you've painted yourself in a corner, you can get yourself out. But if you're like, well, I'm stuck, I don't have this, I don't have that, well, okay, then those are the things you need to turn around. No one's coming in to rescue you. You got to figure this out, right? So what's one thing you can do today to turn those negatives into positives, into what you would prefer? What's one thing you can do? Take 10 minutes a day to start rebuilding and start populating the life after this relationship. It feels like you have a lot more resources than you think. And I'm not talking about financial. It feels like there are resources if you think about this. All right, with the Death card, it feels like a definite ending. What's nice is after you create a definite ending to this relationship, the emotional maturity that you receive is incredible, because the longer you've been in this relationship with this person and in an enmeshed relationship, then their chocolate gets into your peanut butter. And there's a lot of toxic maladaptive strategies, and understanding that you had to take on some of their toxic traits to stay in this. So there has to be some willingness, Cancer, to look at your stuff. Look at what is going on so you can heal. Not blame, not shame, but so you can find those maladaptive strategies, those immature ways that kept you in this relationship, and allow yourself to mature, to grow, to make conscious decisions from a mature standpoint. It feels like this person has manipulated you through lies and deception, and maybe through fantasy thinking, idealized thinking. And so this creates more maturity, healing those wounds so people can't take advantage of you through your unhealed wounds. All right, what's the Six of Wands in reverse? Okay, the Six of Wands upright came out in what's hidden, talking about this person, that's this other person, and how they need to be a hero. They need to be viewed as amazing without doing any of the work at all. So they just need to be worshipped. It looks like this breakup feels humiliating to this person. So it feels like they can't deal with their own emotions, and so they project. So this person feels like they want to humiliate you. If this is over, they need to be, this person's all about perception, what other people think. So it feels like the message I'm getting is to be mindful. Don't poke the bear. Don't poke this person. Your success is justice feels like your glow up. But it feels like this person will try to humiliate you. Wow. How will does Cancer need to know about this public humiliation type of energy? Wow, you're showing up as the Queen of Pentacles in the outcome, and this is King of Pentacles in reverse with their back turned. Yeah, this energy is so concerned with appearances, with how people perceive them. What I'm seeing is when you leave, there's this humiliation. They feel, but they don't know how to process their emotions in any healthy way. They're just concerned with optics. And so it feels like this person, when you end things, Cancer, just can't let go with trying to manifest with your energy. Feels like this person is using your energy because you're enmeshed, and they're trying to manifest with your energy to create some type of humiliation for you, but it's with your energy. So whatever plan this person has to try to create a humiliating experience for you, they can't create that unless you agree, unless you want to co-create, because it feels like this person's using your energy to create. So if you are like, no, I don't want to create, I think I'm good. I think I'm not interested in creating a humiliating experience. Just pulling your energy, continue to do energetic separations, pulling your energy, creating belief systems. I am divinely protected. That seems like a great mantra. I'm divinely protected. I'm divinely protected. And you keep saying it until you start feeling it, still embodying and feeling that energy and becoming the vibration of divine protection. I am divinely protected. And then you start operating from that divine protection standpoint. Nobody can create with my energy without my permission. That's another good mantra. And pulling your energy back. No, I really don't want to create that for myself. Thank you. So, all right, Cancer, I hope that's helpful. Thank you so much for being here. Have a great rest of your day.